I created this graphic using AI and some of my own, efforts. And I said, we the people are celebrating 1776 to 2026, the 250th anniversary of America. And you see, the feather like signing the Constitution and the locomotive and the atom bomb and Wright brothers plane and a computer and landing on the moon. And just I tried to share that. I'm not happy with this graphic yet. I'm going to probably do a different one, but I put that out for you on New Year's Day with links to the page, and you can find this at wethepeopleconvention.org. There's a link to the Freedom 250 page, which has all the things, and I talked about it last week, and it has all the events that President Trump is going to do and that the government is going to do around the nation in all 50 states to celebrate our anniversary. But I got a challenge for you all. I really do. And I've been thinking about this, and I'll tell you right now, I had not given until right before the New Year's, and I started to see, I don't know if you saw the Washington Monument lit up. That's also linked on that story at wethepeopleconvention.org, where they did this amazing thing like for 4 hours, and it's going until January 6th in Washington. So if you're in that general area, it'd be worth taking the kids and driving in. But they are projecting historic images on the Washington Monument, and it's cool as hell. Really cool. So if you didn't see that, go to wethepeopleconvention.org and click on the 250th anniversary story, and the links are there for you to watch that video. But here's the thing. This is our 250th anniversary. Your and my 250th anniversary. And as I said about being in a representative republic is not a spectator sport, it's participatory. Well, guess what? It's our 250th anniversary. So my challenge to you and to our organization is, how are we going to celebrate? What are we going to do? We're not going to just sit back and let President Trump entertain us. No. I want you to start thinking about what you're going to do in your community. I don't care if you live in the most rural town with 100 residents, or you live in a major city like Dallas or Minneapolis or Florida, down in Florida somewhere. What are you going to do to celebrate our 250th anniversary? And I was talking to a friend of mine about it, and I said, think about all the things that happened in your township, in your county, in your city, in your state in the last 250 years. There is so much to celebrate. It's unbelievable. I'll give you a perfect example. I'm flipping through between the football games on New Year's Day, and I came across on YouTube a documentary about Stan Hewitt Hall in Akron. Some of you may know that name. It's a very historic building that the founder of Goodyear, the Cyberling families, built in Akron, Ohio. And we've been there many times. If you're ever in this area, you should go see it. It's an amazing building. But in that story, I didn't remember that they have these little side buildings, these little cottages that are on the property where some of the Cyberlings' children and grandchildren stayed on occasion. And in one of these houses, the guy who founded Alcoholics Anonymous came and met with one of the Cyberlings' granddaughters. And then she brought in this doctor from Akron who had been suffering from alcoholism. And they were supposed to have a 2-hour meeting in this cottage. And they talked for 12 hours. And the results was the founding of AA, Alcoholics Anonymous. And every year, thousands of people come on the anniversary of their founding to the house where it was founded in Akron, Ohio. How many people in Akron, Ohio know that story? That's what the 250th anniversary is about. How many stories like that are in your community? And what are you going to do to tell the story? Because what is the opportunity here? The opportunity here is to bring us together. To bring us together talking about good things, positive things, things that we can all be proud of. One of the biggest problems we've had, and one of the things the left has done, particularly starting with Barack Obama, was they took our national mentality from being proud Americans and having a positive attitude about America, and they made all of our self-talk negative. We're racist. We're bigots. We're just the most horrible people. And America sucks and all the rest of the world is great, except that's an absolute total lie. And I learned there was a guy named Brian Tracy who did these, he's like Tony Robbins, but he's older. And I listened to his tapes. My father gave them to me to help me start our businesses and run my life, because he talked about positive self-talk. What we have the opportunity to do this year, and what you and I must do this year, we must create positive self-talk about America, because you can't achieve anything in this world if you get up every day and say, I suck, the world sucks, the world's against me, I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it. That's scientific. That's psychologically proven. But you can do anything when you get up in the morning and say, thank you, God, for this day. I'm going to make the best of it. No matter what the obstacles, I'm going to achieve things. I'm going to do good things. And when you start talking about all the people in your community over 250 years who did those good things, when you go back and look, at the Revolutionary War and the Civil War and World War I and World War II and all the heroes who grew up in your community, and remember their names and their faces. When you look at all the inventions, all the industries that started in your community, and start talking about it, how we changed the world. Wow, America's going to be a different place by the end of 2026, won't it be? And you put with that not only this positive attitude and this research into goodness, right? You throw in higher paychecks, more jobs, better tax returns, checks, refund checks, a growing economy. Wow, that's Make America Great Again. I'm challenging all of you right now to start thinking about what you're going to do and be ready for July 4th when it really, it kicks off. And I want you to write to me at info@wethepeopleconvention.org, info@wethepeopleconvention.org, and start telling me about what's going on in your community, because I'm going to share it on our podcast throughout the year. We, the people, right? In this graphic I said, we, the people, are celebrating 1776 to 2026, the 250th anniversary. Not just Donald Trump. No, we, the people, you and I are going to celebrate this with Donald Trump and make it way bigger and way better. You like that? Good idea? You with me? Let me know. info@wethepeopleconvention.org. I'm so fired up. We're going to turn our country around by celebrating our 250th anniversary and all the accomplishments we had during it.